We
Oh
going
wow,
to the moon?
We are live.
we got a countdown today.
Ow.
There
It's
was enough
really,
silence in the chat.
professional.
I felt like I could count down today. So there.
Ah. Okay.
Way to call us out, Dallas.
Not you specifically. Last week was a madhouse.
I mean, that's true, but last week was a madhouse in many ways.
Also
Yes,
true.
I mean,
You know.
golly.
It is what it is, right?
I
Yep.
don't.
Pop out the chat so that I can participate in that because I love doing that. Have my character sheet that I can roll from.
And all the setups. Okay. And we have this. And everybody saw what marvelous question we'll be asking tonight, right?
Bless you.
Thank you.
I have
Yeah.
an answer.
Okay, that's
I have
fine.
an answer too, and it's
I'm excited to hear your answer. I'm not sure why that's. It's good. You like this? And Dallas, I'm sending.
Situation.
Okay, so I almost took the time today. I forgot to and I got distracted. But I almost took the time today to actually fill out my soundboard, and the dun 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 would have been a sound I added to the soundboard. Like that's what
As
Excellent.
it should be.
Hey, Anna,
Hmm?
is there a way to remove Colin's last name from his token?
Absolutely. Let me get back over to that screen.
That way everyone's consistent. I feel weird being the only person with a last name showing.
my
because his
first
sister
and
does not.
last designation are showing.
Hmm. B6, do you have any preferences on your name
No.
I should change? I'm happy to accommodate those for you, of course.
No, you're good. I was just correcting Colin. That is all. Even before I have my robot voice turned on, I'm already being
You are correcting.
detail oriented. I'm getting into character, one could say.
Oh, okay. One could say
Everyone
that.
One
remember
could
to stay
say.
hydrated.
If they wanted to say things, that is.
If they, yeah.
Had so many windows open. I went to close a bunch of them, but I forgot what it was that I was actually trying to do.
Oh dear.
I've been there.
Oh no.
That feel.
Oh, I like this cat.
Concerned.
I don't know who Lunar is, but they're my favorite.
They're absolutely correct.
Hmm.
Eat some on the floor. Okay. Good. Excellent.
Gets into character, tells everyone to drink water.
Yes.
Everyone needs to stay
water.
hydrated.
I have
You
an
IO
actual
creatures.
pint-sized mason jar full of water on my desk. I'm good.
Good. That's important.
Yes, I mean
I-
everyone should be hydrated.
I heard Siri say, "Everyone stay hydrated." Realized I had forgotten to go and grab my gallon jug and a glass, and I ran off to get them.
I'm hearing those cartoon runaway noises. You know the ones.
Those were the noises I made with my mouth once I muted my mic.
Those are the noises I am making in
We
spirit
are-
right now as I realize I should pee before anything else happens.
Look at us just getting into character right away. It's
Right off the
Good.
bat.
wonderful.
I'm so glad to be here.
Anna, I am going to point out you organized this.
I did. It's my fault.
Any regrets that you have should be unidirectional.
I have no regrets, just joy
Just don't get it tattooed on your
and
chest.
responsibility.
No
And
regrets.
Basket of Mercy is here refilling their own water bottle in solidarity. I'm here for
Oh,
it.
Excellent.
magnificent. I have, okay. I mean, I feel a little insecure without at least 3 drinks in my possession. So
Yeah.
I've got 2 waters and 1 coffee.
I could use a coffee.
Good to
Instead,
go.
I decided to pour myself a whiskey. Will I regret this decision? Will everyone else regret this decision?
That is the better question. And I've got the
L'chaim.
Dicey Boys. Got
For
God
anyone-
has decided that I should live another day, and I'm here to make it everyone's problem.
For anyone wondering, we actually start at 7 p.m. Central Time. We just BS the chat channel until then.
do. Now, where did my time? Oh, here they are.
Oh, I need to make sure I'm hosting.
There we go.
Am I
Although-
hosting the channel?
Dun-dun-dun.
Don't know.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Da-dun.
Yes, I am.
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Da-dun.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Da-da.
I've got my dice ready to go. This should be of no surprise to anyone.
How many dice? do
Thank you,
have ready to
Basket.
go?
Thank you. We don't need your encouragement, but we appreciate it.
Your appreciation. Bah. Your encouragement is both appreciated and understood. And encouraged.
Encouraged.
For your question, I like to combine multiple sets of dice to make a character-themed palette. So there are 3 different sets in here. So there are about 30 dice.
I have
I
not
don't have a
ordered.
problem. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
I'm like
see
a
no
textbook
problem here.
dice. What is it? Dice elf, where you just get like your one nice set per character.
Mhm,
I haven't
mhm.
ordered one for Shiba yet. I found one that I like, but I gotta wait till I get paid again.
I feel that.
I
Okay.
am going to attempt
You
to
first,
do
Alex.
everything in Roll20.
Ooh, a brave
Best of
one
luck,
here.
Tempt fate. Ooh, Rowan's dice like Shiba today. They never like Rowan, but you know.
Well, so I'm removed from where my usual desk is, so I don't have access to all of my dice without like actually taking my headset off and all that jazz. But at my current workstation, I have a purple and gold, a white like bone colored and textured. It's not actually made out of bone, unfortunately.
Mhm.
And then a transparent orange. Which one are we feeling tonight?
Porcino Los Tres.
Who's your favorite? I would vote
I-
orange. That
The
feels
orange
bad.
just rolled a 1, I will have you know.
Oh no! Put that in jail immediately.
Oh, it already
Uh,
got out as
set,
one. It's
A
fine.
glittery set that has green numbers, and then a clear set with silver numbers that have little dried flowers inside.
Oh,
They're
so
very
cute.
Aww. Aww.
While we're all talking about dice, my backup physical set is 1 set of antimatter and 1 set of dark matter from Kraken Dice.
Ooh, nice.
Excellent. Yeah, all of mine are from Kraken too, because I have a
Kraken's
solution.
great.
I have a solution. It's called a lot of dice.
Yeah.
A lot of dice.
I also, if necessary, have enough dice to probably run 3 Vampire the Masquerade characters.
Simultaneously?
That sounds impressive.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Spectacular.
Yum.
All you need is D10s.
Has now rolled around to 7 o'clock.
I
Shall
was
we
about
kick
to say
things
that.
off?
Yeah.
Aw. Well, excellent. Good evening, everyone. This is just your friendly reminder that while we are proud of our product, we must admit that none of us are actually in a professional recording studio. We are recording on a myriad of devices and internet qualities. Please give us patience if there are technical difficulties and or interruptions from pets and toddlers. We love all of you and hope you enjoy the show. So, first, let's introduce ourselves in the order we see in our Discord chat. So, please tell us your name, your character's name, and we do have a question for this evening, which is if you were a cat, what would you knock off the counter first?
So hi, my name is Alex. I am starting to understand why Amy renamed herself to her character name in Discord. This is an interesting experience going first every time. Tonight I will be playing Colin, Colin Jupiter, and I'm not sure if it was me or it was a cat or if Colin was a cat, but the answer is the same either way. The first thing that we would knock off of the shelf is the eye.
Excellent. Well, my name is Anna. I am a co-DM on this channel, and tonight I'll be running the game and playing a host of our NPC characters. And if I were a cat, I would be knocking off all of the water because you get the splash effect and the cup effect, and that just sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Hello, I am Dallas MacArthur. I'm one of the other co-DMs on this channel. Tonight I'm actually a player, which is becoming a more frequent thing. I think me playing robots is becoming almost as much of a meme as Elliot playing canines, so we'll see where that goes. Tonight I will be playing B658, Biological Cyborg Relations. If I were a cat, the first thing I would push off the counter would be, well, you know how sometimes people sit on counters? Push them right off.
Hi, I am Melanie. I will be playing Surrey Jupiter, and if I were a cat, the first thing I would push off the counter is, as we probably have guessed by now, dice.
Appropriate. Hi, I'm Amy. I will be playing Sheba. I had my character name first as a holdover from last week when everyone had their character name first, and by the time I realized it, it was too late. So I left out at the beginning. I already said I'm playing Sheba. I did too much math today, and I don't have any brain cells left. But I do have enough brain cells to be a cat, so that works. If I were a cat, the first thing I would knock off the shelf is the thing that my cat routinely tries to knock off the shelf, which is the sun lamp.
All right, that certainly sounds interesting. Well, a word about tonight's game. One of our players could not make it, unfortunately, so Brosif will be out surfing for tonight. And a little recap of what happened during our last adventure with this group being named the Cuddle Vagabonds. Yesterday, the party reverse engineered fixing the potions and solving the mystery of Sean's involvement in the ruination of the festival. And they stayed the night at Susan's Inn. And they will wake up in the morning. And for that, I would love for y'all to roll initiative. Let's see if I can put that up there for you.
Ah, how convenient.
It is So convenient.
On our screen, the only people on the initiative order are Colin and Surrey.
Excellent. I can see others, but I will go ahead and add these in.
Would it be
Oh,
helpful to you if I explained
work?
why you can see others and we can't?
I believe that I know from switching back and forth and playing the characters, but you can see them now, yes?
I can see B6 and
Yes.
Sheba, yeah.
Woo!
So yes,
Wonderful.
I
So-
critically failed my wake-up check.
You know, your circuits might just be a little fried. It's
Facts.
okay.
It's okay. You flirted with a dude yesterday.
That is true.
Maybe accidentally, maybe not.
Also, it would appear that I don't have any notes.
Oh, my notes from last session are the most incomprehensible notes I've ever left myself, so
Oh boy. Boy.
I'm
Whole
here for
memes,
Anna's
no content.
incomprehensible notes.
I'm so excited. This is great. Colin, you wake up at the inn, and what would you like to do?
Well, go down and see what is available for breakfast,
Hmm?
and see if Susan had a nice evening.
Excellent. You go downstairs and go ahead and give me a perception check, please. Good. So you don't see any buffet or anything like that, but instead you do find Susan behind the counter who is polishing the desk. She looks up at you as you awake and say, "Oh, dear Colin, how are you doing, sweetheart?"
I'm doing all right. Is there any breakfast available?
But of course, let's see, we do have this small menu. We do a light breakfast and then a more full meal later in the day. But we have this for you. And she takes out a small menu with fruit and pastries, quiche, and an assortment of teas.
Are there any Apple or Apple-related products on the menu?
Yes, can I get an apple or apple-related item?
There is an apple turnover.
Colin will get one of those and some tea.
Susan will write that down and say, "Well, I trust you slept well from all of your excitement yesterday, yes?"
Mm-hmm. How was your evening?
It was just delightful. I got to visit with a friend, and we just had good time. Yes.
Colin gets a little giddy and tries to resist the urge to put his hands to his cheeks. I'm glad it went well.
Thank you. And I assume you will want breakfast with the rest of your friends?
Yeah, I'll wait until they get up, yes.
Okay, well, you're welcome to set yourself up at any of the tables that are free. Would you like your tea while you wait?
If that's all right, Susan, thank you.
Of course, of course. And she will go and get some tea ready. And as you make your way to the table, I need a check, please.
Just straight an intelligence check.
Mm-hmm. You notice someone in the far corner signing their hands in symbols that you recognize as thieves' cant.
What's he saying?
He is saying,
And how do I make it? How do I make it stop rolling with me with advantage?
"Oh, I did not realize that's what it was doing." That's
I didn't realize it either.
well, I do not know the answer to that question.
Okay.
Roll 20 at least.
I found it.
Excellent. Says that he has admired your work and thinks that we have a job for you. And with that, we will go to Sheba. Wake up at the inn. And what you doing?
Oh, first things first, I'm gonna do a big stretch.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Do some sun salutation, as one does as a light cleric. Take my sweet time grooming my ears, making sure everything is perfect before I head downstairs in search of some bagels and lox.
Making sure that it's perfect.
Indeed. I want to look like the cat's meow.
Good. All right, well, you head downstairs looking prim and proper and just as pretty as a cat can, which is amazing.
Most excellent. Is the innkeeper behind the bar? Is she taking orders?
She has gone to the kitchen, and as you come downstairs, she has returned and is setting tea down at one of the tables, presumably where Colin will sit.
Excellent. I will go sit down there and wait for her to be a little bit less busy because I don't want to bother her. I am not that hangry in the morning.
Well, as you go to sit down, Susan, of course, approaches you. "Oh, Sheba, darling, how did you sleep?"
Oh, had a real good cat nap.
"That is just so delightful. Can I get you anything?"
I would love if you could do like a round bread, like a bagel. You could put some little slices of fish on that. That would be great. And then what kind of tea is this?
That is our green tea?
Yeah, I'd take a tea too. That sounds great.
Of course. I do not know about, would an English muffin work? I do not think we have a bagel.
Oh, I will take any kind of carb you can give me, sweetheart.
Okay, yes, we can do that, absolutely. Let's see. Would you like to wait for the rest of your party to join for the meal, or would you like it at once?
Oh no, I can wait.
Okay, and your tea right away?
Yeah, I don't want that to get too cold. Plus, it seems
Oh,
like if Colin's gonna have tea, I'll have tea. I can always have more tea.
yes, we can always have more tea. It is appropriate. Well, then I will be right back. And Susan leaves to go back to the kitchen.
Can I see Colin?
Can see Colin.
Colin,
Colin is looking at a character in the corner. But
would
you're
I
in the same room.
notice either of them doing anything funky with their hands?
Oh, intelligence for me.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's a 16.
Excellent. You can tell that something's up, but you can't discern what's going on. But it clearly looks like they are communicating somehow.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. All right. I don't know what kind of secret handshake that is. I'm just going to stay here and wait for everybody else to get up.
All right. Well, then with that, Suri, wake up in the inn.
Mhm.
What are you up to?
Well, first thing first, Suri would like to burn one of her sticks of incense and pray to the god she worships for the continued protection of the party.
Wonderful. Roll religion.
Okie dokie. That would be a 16.
Okay. And what specifically do you pray about for your protection?
Just to try to keep everyone in good health, safe from harm.
Roll a d4, please.
That would be a 4.
Excellent. You now have 4 temporary hit points to disperse out at your leisure.
Awesome.
The bonus action.
Cool. And then I will go downstairs to join everyone.
You come downstairs and Sheba is at a table. Colin is standing facing this person in the corner, a dragonborn, and Susan is just coming out of the kitchen, placing tea in front of Sheba.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
What's this lemur doing? I should have asked before.
Lemur is exploring the inn,
Excellent.
Wonderful.
just roaming over the tables, hanging from the rafters.
Well, I think first course of action would be to go check on her brother. So Suri will, cross the inn and go gently rest her hand on her brother. Is everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everything's okay except Rochani just crashed.
Oh no. Yeah, everything's fine. And then Suri will go join Sheba at the table. Did you
And
sleep
as
well?
you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of sleep anywhere. It's one of my many gifts. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I put in an order for some food, but she said she can wait till we're all down here, so maybe when she comes back, you can get yourself some breakfast?
That sounds like a good idea.
Susan does come back to the table, noticing that Suri has joined, and she says, "Oh, Miss Suri, how are you doing, sweetheart?"
Oh, I'm wonderful. The inn room was so comfortable, Susan. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You are, of course, some of my first and most honored guests. Can I get you anything?
Does she give me the menu or?
He hands over the menu to the table.
And what kinds of quiche are there?
There is quiche Lorraine, spinach quiche, and mushroom quiche.
A spinach quiche and some tea would be excellent.
But of course, what kind of tea would you like?
What are my options?
We have the green tea, a black tea, rooibos tea, and an herbal blend from hibiscus. And that is our current selection, but if you like anything in particular, the market is just outside.
The herbal tea sounds great.
Of course. And would you like your food now or wait for the rest of the party?
I'll wait for everyone else.
Of course. I will be back with your tea shortly.
Thank you.
And Susan goes off to the kitchen to brew some tea. Anything else you would like to do, Sari?
Oh, no, I'm quite comfortable.
Excellent. Well, 6.
Yes.
Have finished processing whatever information you had from night. It's now morning. At the end. What are you up to?
The first anyone sees of B6, they are stumbling their way down the stairs, being kind of guided by the small spider robot, makes their way to the table where everyone else is sitting, and drops, not quite carefully, an enormous armload of glass vials, a small boiler, various sized containers for both measuring and mixing, and a rather large notebook. There's quite a clatter. And then they sit down.
You have a big night there, buddy?
Oh, yes, of course. This was in the room, and of course I had to try to use it.
They go back to their whatever it was they were doing. They're working with a particularly small vial that looks like it's full of some sort of black tar.
What
Shiva.
are you making?
Why, yes, I am.
They slowly recompose themselves off their initial excitement about being asked about their project.
I am attempting to perfect this chemical concoction that would grant the Imbiber the ability to breathe underwater. If, of course, the Imbiber was the type of creature that required oxygen.
That could be useful.
Would you like to try it?
Let's have some breakfast first, and then maybe after that.
B6 gives a very contemplative look.
Could this be breakfast?
I would like to have some food before trying a potion.
They pull up their notebook, turn to a fresh page.
And how would you describe the difference between food and a potion, as you so put it?
Well, you said this hopefully will allow us to breathe underwater, right?
That is correct.
Well, we need nutrition too, and that comes from food. So I need to eat something first.
B6 begins scrawling in the notebook. Are you snooping? B6 is not trying to hide it.
I mean, if I can see it, I would look, but it's not like...
They're writing in common. It says, must find concoction that will replace nutrition.
Cool. If the tea has come to the table, Suri is just going to take a sip of her tea.
Yeah, Shiva's gonna gingerly lift her own cup of tea off the table so that there's no possibility of anything unintentionally getting mixed in with it. Plus, it keeps her little paws all warm.
I love
Yes.
Shiva.
So Susan has returned to the table with tea, and she looks at B6 and says, "Well, yes, adventurer. I recall you did not consume much. Is there anything I can get for you?"
If it is not too much trouble, I would like one of those cups of tea and one of those plants in the corner.
Um, do you have a preference of which plant?
Any fibrous green substance should suffice, whichever you are least attached to.
See, I'm sure we can accommodate that, of course. And what tea would you like?
Any hot, mildly flavored liquid should be sufficient. Thank you.
Of course. Then I think the ribos for you. Yes, I think that will suit quite well. And Susan will scurry off back to the kitchen. B6, can I get a perception check from you, please?
It's gonna be great. Yeah, with my -1 perception, that is, as we would say in the biz, a clean 1.
Excellent. Are other people in having breakfast with you all? So you know.
This is a revelation.
Fabulous.
Colin is going to sign back to the individual who was attempting to get his attention, and ask how many he needs.
This creature will look at your entire party and turn the sign for entire group.
Colin
and
gives a nod.
And asks if he can approach.
Sorry,
Yes.
I need to go speak to an old friend from Edgemar. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
And he's going to head over and sit down.
All right. Well, this dragonborn starts grinning, and the smile reaches almost to their bright red hair.
I am instantly unnerved.
He motions to the chair in front of him. You sit down?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. He says, "Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. Yes, yes. You want work? Yes?
I'm willing to listen.
Well, I am Black, and I have been admiring your work. I think you will be perfect for small work. Yes, I do not want to be involved, but I will make it worth your while. Yes."
I'm listening for the offer.
Well, tonight, Rosebud, it is a ship. Pirate ship. It is disguised. It looks like merchant, but no, it is pirate, and it is due to dock. On board is a crate of great value. You'll know it when you see it. I don't know what its final destination is. No, Voak does not know. No, all I know is you will interfere. Don't care how you acquire the package, the cargo. No, you acquire it. You get it for me. You bring it back undamaged. No, no, do not hurt it before dawn. I pay you 2,000 gold. Oh, it's a secret, though. Discreet. Secret for Voak. Do not die. Oh, and remember, in no stealing, it's not stealing. It is, repossession. Yes. Yes, it is contract work. Yes. And for 2,000 gold for Voak to recover the cargo. Yes. A good plan. Yes.
I'm intrigued, but my group does not let us take contracts without discussing it. I would have to
Oh,
bring it to them.
Oh, yes, friends must be involved. Yes, safety in numbers for you. Yes, Voak approves.
All right. Give me a few minutes to go talk this over with them.
Of course, of course.
What is my read of this guy?
Roll insight. You know the character Joanna from The Rescuers Down Under.
I wish I could say I did, but it has been so long since I've seen the sequel to my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Wait, are those my eggs?
This Dragonborn is clearly reading from a script. They were sent out to acquire somebody to fulfill this contract. They are telling you what they know and are very excited at the potential that your group has to successfully complete this retrieval.
Okay. Cool.
Believe you will succeed.
I am going to head back to the group and sit down. And does my tea have any of B6's ingredients in it yet?
B6? Did you do anything?
I assure you, if I did put anything in your drink, it will be nothing but beneficial to you.
If you did, I'm gonna need a sleight of hand.
I'll roll the sleight of hand.
Okay.
How does... What is my sleight of hand? It's not good. Oh, I have +2 sleight of hand. How does a 17 lay on you?
Okay, Suri and Sheba, roll perception, please.
Ooh, 19.
Be a 7.
Oh dear.
Sheba, you know that B6 put something in Colin's tea, but Suri, you have no idea.
I will
Now,
sip
I
my
would
own
like to
tea
clarify.
and wait.
I would like to clarify for Sheba. What Sheba saw was something going apparently wrong with the chemist set, and there was a little bit of overflow, and B6 grabbed the nearest cup to put it under. Once the issue was solved, B6 realized what they did, put the cup back, and made sure to align the handle back to where it was.
In that case, She's just gonna reach out and put a hand over the top of the cup and just shake her head a little bit.
Does Sturdy notice that?
Being that subtle.
Well, apparently she missed all of that, so I have to ask.
What? Now that
So-
everybody is downstairs, Susan does come back with food, Six's tea, and the potted plant, and there is no longer a need for initiative order.
Colin is going to take a moment to devour the apple turnover. Just full speed, overexcited kid devour. Not even stopping long enough to taste it. Kind of consuming. So, the gentleman behind me is a cutout. He's offering us work. I'll start with the pay. It's 2,000 gold pieces.
What has he been cut from?
Mr. B6, a cutout is, it's someone that someone hires and gives a message to give to someone else, and he doesn't know anything about the message. He doesn't know anything besides what he's been told. So if
And
anything
is
happens
this
to him,
message obscured in some sort of fabric or ribbon that must be cut?
no. But if something happens to that person, if they are cut out, as it were, there's no danger to whoever's actually making the plans. They're not an involved party.
Do you intend on cutting this individual? What have they done to you? Do they need to be shot?
No, B6. He's
What Colin is trying to say is he doesn't know anything. So if someone hurt him, it wouldn't make a difference to the person who hired him.
B6 has a dawning of recognition, turns to a fresh journal page, and scribbles.
He's offering us 2,000 gold pieces to find our way onto a pirate ship that will be coming in tonight. It's called the Rosebud. It is disguised to be a merchant vessel. There is a crate on board that he believes we will immediately know the identity of. He does not know its final destination, but he is offering us the sum to return the crate undamaged to him, and to return without dying. And no one is to know what we have done. And he called it repossession, and that it would be a contract. There would be no expectation of continued employment afterwards.
Well, how do you feel about it?
Well, 500 gold each is a fairly handsome sum.
It is good money.
And Colin's going to glance at Sheba's deputy badge.
I mean, you do know B6 gave this to me, right? This isn't real. I'm not a cop.
It is illegal work against people who are doing illegal things.
That is kind of a thing that worries me, though. Rosebud isn't a super piratey name.
It kind of sounds like something that they'd name a sled back at Edgemar in the winter. But if the ship's trying to masquerade as a merchant vessel, I don't see why I wouldn't have a mundane name.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I just don't know how we would tell if it's really pirates or just, some poor merchants caught in the middle of a bad deal.
Well, if I don't think if we take the job, it matters anymore at that point. This seems like the kind of city where if you don't do the job you're hired for, bad things happen to you.
Yeah, that's probably true. And also, I'm guessing if we don't take the job, somebody else will.
Probably. B6?
B6 has been busily mixing and boiling and pouring, took the majority of the potted plant and mortar and pestled it down to a powder, which has been generously distributed through several bottles, and you're not sure why. And the tea is merely being used as an already hot water to add to the various concoctions. And they look up and ask,
Yes? Small biological?
Were you listening to anything I said after I explained what a cutout was?
No. You
All
look very
right.
serious, though. Do you need my help with something?
Well, we've been offered a job, and I would like everyone's opinion on whether we should take it or not before I say yes or no.
It is good to have work because, as I understand it, you biologicals need to eat. And I do not like having to recharge my batteries in the cold.
But it's illegal, and so I wanted to make sure everyone was okay with that.
B6 looks around and then looks straight at Sheba.
Are you okay with it, feline biological?
I already said I'm not a real cop.
You are the only authority in this room I trust.
I'm flattered. Yeah, I think personally, probably it's better for us to take it than to let somebody else take it, right? She'll look at Suri.
Well, at least if we take it, if we find out that we were misled, we can make sure this goes to the proper person.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
I turn around in my seat. Is Voak looking at me?
Yes, he is.
I do the sign for accepted.
Voak smiles again, just magnificently. And Voak will stand and walk over to your party and say, well, you are fine people, Voak says. Yes, an admirable party for Voak, yes. Are you familiar with the Southern Dock? Do you need directions to the Southern Dock from Voak? Yes?
Unfortunately, I'm deeply familiar with the Southern Dock.
Ah, Well, you will look for the crate on the Rosebud at the southern dock at nightfall. Yes, that is where you will need to be. Do you have any questions for Voak? Voak will help if I can.
How many are there?
Hmm? How many of what? What do you ask of Voak? What?
The ship's crew. How many are there?
It is a crew with a ship on a big ship on a pirate ship. It looks like a merchant vessel, but it is pirates. It will have people on it, yes.
Do you know how many people?
However many it takes to run a ship, yes.
May B6 make a history check to determine how many people it typically takes to run a large pirate ship?
Oh, what an excellent idea. Please make a history check.
So that is a 14 on the dice, but I get to add my history, which brings it up to a dirty 20.
Excellent. So, with that, you can estimate that there should be at nighttime about 10 pirates on duty on the ship if they are docked.
Young biological, I believe I may be able to answer that for you. Given the crew manifest of the several hundred vessels I have record of, a mere
What was it? 10? My memory is absolutely nothing today.
Yes, 10.
a mere 10 biologicals should be left on board to maintain the ship while it is docked. Is this information helpful to you?
Yeah. How many other crates are there going to be?
Oh, it is disguised as a merchant vessel. There will be many crates on the ship, says Voak, but there is only one for you, yes.
How do we know which one we're taking?
You'll know. You'll know it is different. It is a special crate, yes.
Special in what way?
You'll know it when you see it. It is of great value, this crate, yes.
Who are we working for?
Hmm. Mm. Roll persuasion, please.
That's a 9.
You work for Voak. Voak has contract for you. Voak got contract from somewhere else, but you work for Voak for now. I have the 2,000 gold for you, yes.
Where is Voak sitting at the table?
Just where pictured on roll 20 if there's room to squeeze in that fifth place, kind of next to Colin across from Surrey.
So kind of like kitty corner to Surrey.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. She's gonna rest her hand on his and then lean in and ask him, "Who do you work for?"
Oh, that is a I have heard this question before. Yes. Oh, persuasion, please.
As I see Siri
B6.
learn in,
B6.
Shiva's gonna kind of touch her under the table and cast guidance.
Dang it. Beat me to it. Beat me to it.
So I can add a D4 to that, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there goes my D4 right off the desk. Excellent.
Yeet.
Okay. So that is a 12 on the die. So it's persuasion, so +5. So 15, and then with a 3 on the D4, it's an 18.
Hmm. Excellent. He says, hmm, Boak works for those far away. Yes, they are very far away, but they want retrieval. Yes, they bear witness to all they do. Yes.
And who are they?
Boak works for the Eye. You may not know them. They are far away, yes. You want the package, and you will give the package to Boak.
As a criminal, do I recognize the name the Eye?
Roll history.
B6 would like to lean around and just gently place the monocle on his eye.
Thank you very much, friend.
Am I allowed to add that?
Oh, go right ahead. So, being from Edgemar, the Eye does not quite operate in that realm of the world. However, you have heard rumors of a thieves guild operating in the West that is very powerful, particularly in the city of Wayrin. And they are known to bear witness to all. And if this Boak is working for the Eye, then this is a serious matter. And the deal that he is offering is genuine, and it will be paid.
And this is just a contract, right? No commitments afterward?
Oh yes, this is not even no, this is one retrieval for Voak. Yes, a repossession. Repossession for monetary gain at the behest of a licensed third party. Yes, for Voak, yes.
Suri?
Hmm.
Are we still?
I think that's up to everyone else, too.
And Colin will look around nervously.
Well, what do we think?
I'm kind of in the same spot I was earlier.
Voak will extend their hand. Work for Voak. Yes. 2,000 gold? Yes.
Any objections?
Has B6 been paying attention, or are they very busy with potions?
And lemur, apparently.
And lemur.
Yeah, no one's commented on the lemur, so.
B6 is just holding and petting the lemur, like one might say mechanically.
Oh, animal handling.
Okay. That is exactly a 9 on the die. Let's see what animal handling looks like. So that's an 8 total.
The lemur looks really uncomfortable. It keeps going away and then coming back. Get the feeling it doesn't quite know whether it likes being petted mechanically or not. It can't decide.
If people are awkwardly looking at B6, B6 will say,
I possess no objection to the offer, assuming the feline biological shares a mind with that statement.
And Sheba just nods.
One job for Voak.
One job, one for Voak, yes.
3,000 gold.
3,000 gold is not the offer from Voak. Voak says 2,000 gold for the offer for the job. Yes, to retrieve the crate for Voak.
It was worth a try. Colin hesitantly puts his hand out.
Voak shakes it, grin spreading to his hairline once again. Good. Good. I will visit at midnight to see if you have retrieved the crate for Voak. I'm sure you will be successful. You will do good things for Voak. Yes, I will bring the gold for the crate. Yes.
Good
Good
thing.
luck. Voak will get up, bow, and walk out of the inn.
B6 has an expression on their face that anyone who's been hanging out around them associates with them searching their memory banks. And they make eye contact with Colin.
Is it not customary to take half of the payment up front?
Colin does not know the answer to that.
Shiva
just going-
might.
And it's just going to kind of open mouth, close mouth, open mouth, close mouth.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Shiva
very
might.
gently pat his head.
I'm gonna roll history.
B6 isn't like being insistent or anything, just asking a question.
She was trying to think back to her childhood. She might know the answer to this question. She rolled a 14 on history.
Well, you do know that sometimes that's negotiated. It's not a guarantee, though. Every deal is different.
Yeah. She'll just kind of shrug and say, yeah, sometimes. Really depends on, who's given the job, I guess.
Well, we can worry about that later. We should really get ready for whatever this job is going to be.
Yeah.
B6 goes back to potion making.
Well, how do we want to do that?
Well, making sure we have adequate supplies is probably a good place to start.
Right.
But if we're going to be on a pirate ship, then that potion B6 is working on might be very useful in case we get thrown off the ship.
That's true. We all need fancy hats.
Oh, well, are we going undercover? Are we pirates?
Maybe?
Are we pirates if we pirate from pirates? Is that how pirating works?
Oh,
Well,
I think
we're-
so.
We're land-based, so we'd be bandits.
Oh, no, that sounds worse.
That sounds terrible.
Anti-pirates?
Antipa.
Anti-pie.
No. Oh yes, but we could get fancy hats, Colin, I think. But maybe not for this one. We want to be discreet.
Okay. I'd like to see if we could find Mr. Jarvan and ask him some questions.
Okay.
But that can wait until everyone else is ready to go.
Suri's gonna finally start eating her quiche.
Yeah, Sheba finally actually chowing down on an English muffin. When Susan has a free moment, Sheba's gonna flag her down and get some fruit for the lemur. Baby
Susan
needs
will.
snack.
Can we get some fresh tea for Colin too?
Yeah, that too.
Why would you need fresh tea for the boy?
I've been meaning to
Rather
ask Sheba,
not
why
find
did
out.
I've been meaning to ask Sheba, why did you not let me drink my tea?
There was maybe some accidental spillage from a certain robotic friend. And she'll kind of, meaningful side eye at B6 and their
I
giant
assure
collection.
you, none of my joints leak.
Oh, no, not from you personally, but from all of gestures vaguely. That.
Colin's gonna see what they're talking about, shrugging. Well, I trust Mr. B6, and drinks the entire cup of tea in
shouldn't.
one gulp.
It was an
gosh.
accident.
Oh gosh. Constitution saving throw.
Cool beans.
Okay, well, B6, what possible positive effect does this experimental potion have on our dear friend Colin?
You are welcome to make Colin roll on a table. That would be super fun. I have a table of positive effects if you want them. But if it was left up just to me, the only positive cantrip I have is guidance, and that's all that would happen.
Oh no, I've got a table. Okay, excellent. Colin,
Mm-hmm.
that would you please roll a D100?
Of course, it's an 81.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
I mean,
No.
you could be making me roll on the wild surge table, and I could have rolled a 0. So whatever's currently going on, it's gonna be better
You
than
become the potted plant it was made out of.
I think to become a potted plant, you have to roll in the 20s somewhere.
I think it's like a
Okay.
26 for a potted plant, but
So for 81, I'm going to post. I'm going to copy and paste this text, and I'm
Uh-oh.
going to need to roll D4.
oh no.
Doggies!
He's a child.
for the Twitch chat. I think I would like to read out the results.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the next 3 hours, Colin Jupiter becomes extremely attractive.
He's a child.
You become brosive.
I do not think that would be Colin's version of extremely attractive, but
Fair
yes,
enough.
he
Fair
becomes his best, cutest self.
He's a child.
The child.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Alrighty then. Well, we'll treat that as advantage on charisma based rolls for the next 4 hours.
3 hours.
For cuteness.
3 hours.
But aren't we
Roll
waiting
for
till
cute?
nightfall to do our mission?
Yeah, so what you gonna do in the next 3 hours?
Well,
B6 is absolutely fascinated and is taking furious notes.
What does B6 observe?
B6 just observes the physical changes that came over Colin upon drinking the potion, and is trying to remember what was in that vial.
Of course.
Yeah, so you can duplicate the experiment. Yes.
Exactly. Only
Repetition.
on Broseph.
Well, I will go ahead and quickly sub out Collins because I just discovered I have the extremely physically attractive Colin. So that is now at least in the icons, if not his token. And Colin would like to go find Jarvan.
Okay. What would the rest of the party like to do?
I would like to eat my breakfast.
The big same.
All right. Peeps are eating breakfast, and Colin, make an investigation roll to find Jarvan.
I just grabbed some actual dice, instead of the thing that
Instead of the D20.
instead of, the doing this.
You're too cute to be intimidating.
Oh, that was not even what I tried to roll. Whoops.
Well-
There we go.
Oh, now it likes you. Are you going with that investigation, or are you gonna roll dicey dice?
I'm gonna go with the 22 investigation.
Okay. So,
Just roll with it.
That is the channel motto.
So stepping outside the inn, it does not take
Mhm.
you long to spot the finely dressed tiefling at where you saw him many times yesterday at the bar.
I'm gonna sit down next to him and wait my turn.
He eyes you and continues his drink.
I'm going to tap out in a different thieves cipher on the bar, and ask if it is safe to talk, just out of a hunch.
Arvin will tilt his head at you and say, "Yes. What do you need?"
Mr. Jarvan, you seem like the kind of person who knows everyone, and if not personally, at least knows who they are. Do you know a lizardy-looking gentleman named Voak?
Yes.
The people he works for, are they trustworthy?
Depends. What do you mean by trustworthy?
I've had bad experiences in the past. And I don't want to end up causing trouble for my sister again.
That does not answer my question.
Are they going to betray me and my friends?
Not if you do what they say. Keep their bargains. For the most part.
And the other part?
Find loopholes.
I don't like the way you're saying that, sir.
Did you sign anything?
Just a handshake.
Keep it that way. If you sign a contract with us, it makes things a bit more complicated.
Us?
Marvin winks.
I'd like to ask you more later, but it sounds like I've got a job to complete, Mr. Jarvan.
I hope Voak made it worth your while.
I hope these people aren't innocent, even for 2,000 gold.
Many people around here are.
Will you be here later?
I should be. I have no plans.
All right. And I will attempt to go back to the group.
As you leave, Jarvan continues his drink. And Colin is absent other than eating your breakfasts. Is there anything else the party wishes to do?
Anyone watching B6 will see that they are mixing up a collection of red and gold concoctions, not a red and gold swirl, but distinct red concoctions, distinct gold concoctions, and loading them in a bandolier across their chests.
Good.
Festive. What you making?
I have determined that it is more efficient to utilize renewable ingredients for my ammunition components.
Renewable. What do you mean renewable ingredients?
That would be such as plant matter and biological waste, rather than things mined from the ground, such as steel and sulfur.
Huh. And so you're gonna use those as ammunition?
That is correct.
Neat.
Do these ammunitions have any other effect?
You would not want to be on the receiving end of them, if that is what you are asking.
Well, I mean, I kind of assumed I wouldn't be, but just so we know what we are, just so we know what we've got on our side.
B6 sets one of the red cylinders on the table.
This one should, on contact, create fire.
B6 then sets one of the gold cylinders on the counter.
This one should, on contact, bring clarity to the recipients.
Clarity for what?
Robot shrug.
Cat
Whatever it
shrug?
is they are attempting to accomplish.
So it's a friendly bullet.
You could say that, yes. It strikes me that getting these mixed up could be disastrous.
We don't want to set our friends on fire.
Not usually, no.
It's not a good idea.
And luckily, these are pretty different colors just looking at them.
B6
I assume that was
nods.
intentional.
The resulting colors are merely a combination of the pigments of the ingredients, I assure you.
Good luck for us, then.
Perhaps.
B6 resumes what they were doing.
Siri will look over at Sheba and ask if there are any other preparations that she would like to do, any shops we should go to get any supplies.
That's a good question. But pretty sure, because yeah. I don't need any spell components. This is level 3.
What are spell components?
What's money?
Who knows?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we should go actually check out the Southern Dock, see how we might get on a ship from there, see maybe where we'd want to hide, waiting for the ship to come in. Oh, this feels so shady.
Well, recon is always a good plan, so that we have a plan. But I think if we're going to, I can't speak.
What are words?
What are words? How to use words? I don't know.
Not a word.
Or to, step into the lion's den, we should be prepared.
Yeah. Is there anything you think we need to stock up on?
That's why I'm asking. I'm not sure. I can do some healing magic, but
I mean, me too.
okay, so we probably have that covered.
At this point, I will say that Colin has returned from his conversation.
And he looks white as a sheet.
Is everything okay?
I think so. He
It
takes
doesn't
out
look okay.
he takes out his 15 coins and sets them on the table and just starts playing with them idly and just trying to be as small as possible and pushing the coins around on the table.
Are you sure you're okay?
I might have screwed up again, sis.
What happened?
Sounds like we might have just gotten in bed with the biggest thieves guild in the continent.
Well, it's a good thing that this is a one-time job. Right?
Hopefully.
She's going to rest her hand on his shoulder and... Colin, it'll be okay.
I hope so.
B6
It'll be okay.
wordlessly places one of the gold capsules in front of Colin. The lid is opened, so the liquid is exposed to air.
That one's for clarity.
Colin's gonna go ahead and take it.
It's just guidance. The B6 is trying. It's all they've got.
He's
They're
going-
doing their
doing
best.
their best.
He's
and it's adorable.
yeah. In a moment of actual clarity, Colin's going to not finish taking it and put the cork on it and like clutch it and go, I'll save this for when it's really important.
Robot nod. For context, it's not like a corked vial. It is more like a liquid-filled bullet.
Oh.
Now, it's a large bullet because it's for B6's arm cannon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it is much more like a liquid-filled bullet.
Okay. So I should probably give it back to you then.
Up to you.
I don't really have a way to stow it from the sound of it. So probably.
So,
So with that, you probably have a good 8 hours until nightfall when the ship will be at the southern dock. There's been a suggestion for reconnaissance and for picking up certain supplies. I mentioned talking to Jarvan again later. What would you all like to do next?
I think the suggestion of reconnaissance is a very good idea, and I think that could give us a solid plan moving forward.
Mm-hmm. I do have one teeny tiny bit of shopping I would like to do, but it will take not particularly long. I'd like to pick up a brace of darts.
Is this something you would like to do on the way to reconnaissance or afterwards?
On the way to reconnaissance.
And make an investigation check for me, please, unless you would like to ask Susan about vendors where you could find darts.
I would like to ask Susan, because she is a joy and a delight, and Colin adores her.
Fantabulous. So Susan is behind the desk continuing to polish and clean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Colin comes over, still the extremely extreme adorableness. Kind of leans up so he fully fits over the bar visually. Miss Susan?
Oh, yes, hello. Oh, Colin. Did something about you change?
I apparently drank a potion that made me really pretty.
As yes, I mean you were a sweetheart before, but my goodness, too bad the beauty pageant was yesterday. You would clearly win.
I'm flattered. Do you know where I could pick up some armaments?
Let us see. Are you looking for heavy armaments, for weapons, for archery? There are many kinds of things.
I'm looking for something I could conceal, or at least have on me in like my and he like takes out his dagger. Something kind of like this but smaller and that I won't mind losing if I throw it.
Oh, something secret. I see. She looks out her window, walking over to the front door, and points to this yellow tent over here.
Mhm.
Says, that one over there. They have a few neat tricks, and they might have just the thing you're looking for.
All right, thank you, Miss Susan.
You're welcome. You arrive at the tent. As promised, there are a plethora of trinkets around with darts, with knives, with daggers, with sheaves that are meant to conceal inside cloaks and boots, on shoulder blades, all sorts of things. And there is a dwarf running around the shop counting things.
Okay. Excuse me.
42. No, yeah, yes. Hello.
Hi. I'm looking to pick up some darts.
Darts. Okay. How many?
20.
Oh,
And I try to look extra cute.
kind of stares at you. 20 darts.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
we have, would you like feathered darts or just metal ones?
Uh, sorry, what was the other option? From metal?
Metal or feathered?
Uh, what is the difference in price?
No difference, just some
No.
aesthetic. Some people like the feathers, some people think it's silly.
Uh, I'll take them without the feathers.
Oh, no silliness here. Okay.
Well,
One,
I don't think they'd fit very well where I'm.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 darts.
And how much would that be?
5 silver.
Alrighty. And Colin counts out 8 silver. Thank you. And
Dwarf.
he takes the
Dwarf
darts.
Dwarf says, 3 too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is all I need.
Well, you're doing such a good job. I think you deserve a little extra.
3 is extra. I counted 5.
Mm-hmm.
Puts the 5 in the counter. Sets the 3 aside. Looks at it pointedly and said, "This is for my fish."
Mm-hmm. And Colin takes his darts and stows them in convenient places, and then heads back to rejoin the group by the docks.
All right. As the group heads to the docks, this is where we will call for our 10-minute break.
Ba-da-da.
Ta-da! So for our break, we do have some love to share. We love our cast, and we also want to give a few shout outs for our crew. And for this session, we deeply appreciate Dallas pulling double duty as both a player and tech support tonight. The artwork of Danielle Skaggs, aka Seeski, on DeviantArt for bringing a host of our NPC characters to life. or Halo Foster on Etsy for the creation of the Jupiter siblings, Harrison Schott for letting us borrow his Nera Murchie setting in his world of Crudel. We've also included various items from the interwebs. If you like what we like and would like to know where we got it, let us know. And then you'll know what we know, and we'll all be in the know of what we like. And we'll get right back to the adventure in 10 minutes. It is 8:30 Central Time now. We'll see you at 8:40 Central.
Any intermission chit chat for the audience?
Hello.
Hi.
I was just getting some water.
For the sake of Surrey, Colin has consumed approximately 1/2, maybe a little bit closer to 1/3 of a gallon of water.
Excellent.
And he feels like he is permitted to have a Coca-Cola as a treat.
Yes, you are allowed to have a Coca-Cola as a treat.
Seems legit. I am
You don't
just
need to
over
ask permission.
just over halfway through my mason jar of water.
I finished how many ounce cup is this? I don't even know. I finished one of these during the first half, and now I've got a second one, and I will definitely finish it before anything happens. I really like water. Remember to stay hydrated, everyone. It's very important. So, anything exciting going on?
In game or out?
Porque no los dos.
Well,
That is
P6
my go-to answer.
definitely needs more spells so that they can do more potion-y things.
Cool.
I'm going to test a thing real quick in D20 or in Roll20.
Oh.
I have no idea if that went or worked correctly or not, but and then Dallas. How do I make it roll like my attack and my damage?
For the damage, you would click dart.
Well, that's what I'm doing to roll the make
Do
the
you see
attack
where
roll.
it is in the chat log? You would click dart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
So, like, I made this one called Dash that it should be rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Did it roll? Oh, there it is. Dash. And then I can
Mm-hmm,
click on Dash to have it roll damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, my character doesn't have an ability called Dash. I'm not using my Roll20 character sheet. I was just fiddling with it to answer your question.
Okay.
And if you can dart, I can dash. That's just how it goes.
You can sit,
Okay.
you can sag.
Okay, cool. And then someone remind me how offhand works.
I am the last person to
In what
ask.
regard?
I'm trying to set up my dagger to work as an offhand weapon.
So, the way offhand weapons work in 5e is if you are going to make a primary attack, you make the attack roll with your proficiency and your stat-based modifier, and then you make the damage roll and you add your corresponding stat bonus to that. If you make a second attack, because the game doesn't care whether you're right-handed or left-handed, but if you make a second attack on your turn as a bonus action with a weapon in your other hand, then you have the same attack roll, just when you're rolling damage, you do not add your statistic-oriented bonus.
Okay. So would I just go into the dagger and remove that?
You could. Usually when I'm setting up people characters in Roll20, I set up two. One is the offhand that does not have the extra damage added, and one is the primary hand that does have that extra damage added.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
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 Hello. How's it going?
Pretty good, I think.
Are you all ready for a reconnaissance trip to the docks?
Da 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 da.
Dagga,
Da, da,
dagga,
da,
dagga. Dagga, dagga, dagga.
All right.
Just broke things.
Question
Answer.
is, are you all taking the lemur with you?
On the mission or on the reconnaissance?
If
Those
the
are two different
lemur
answers.
decides to stay with me, who am I to resist?
For reconnaissance, I see no issue. For the mission, I see plenty of issues.
Yeah, agreed.
We do not
Colin
need,
would.
we do not need lemur running around causing chaos during the job.
We just sneak onto a pirate ship with a lemur in tow.
You were going to say Colin.
Colin's Colin's opinion on the matter would be that the lemur would be happier at the inn with Susan.
B6's opinion on the matter is that the lemur gets to do what the lemur wants to do, and if the lemur wants to be in B6's presence, B6 is pleased by the lemur.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, everyone hold on to your metaphorical tokens.
Oh boy.
We're gonna go. Oh, that was screaming. And while the map does show that it is nighttime, it's daytime.
I see pirates.
Please excuse.
I too see pirates.
And you all arrive. Sheba, as you know, the southern docks are located not on the main port of Murchie, but further down past the official port, where things have faded off into a beach. And you arrive where there are tents, cargoes, rowboats, all aligned, and you can see in the distance several ships that look like they will be pulling into port at some point in the evening.
Where does it look like big ships will dock?
I would like an investigation roll, please.
Can I help with that?
Would you help?
Hmm?
How in story would you be helping with that?
Just seeing if there are tie downs or places where a big ship could theoretically tie down for the evening.
And yes, either of you can make an investigation roll as you search the shores, or one of you can make it with advantage.
How's your investigation? Because mine is solidly middling.
Let me see. I have an investigation +2.
Okay, yours is better than mine.
Okay, so
If you can talk B6 into it, B6 has a +6.
Ooh. I mean, I don't think Sheba would think to do that, so...
That is a character choice you can make.
Colin would on the way to the docks be like, well, Mr. B6 is really the best eye of us. I think it might be a smart decision for me and him to look while Miss Sheba and Suri maybe do that thing where you ask your gods to make us do better at stuff.
You know, that's not half bad an idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like practically what this means is that Suri and I are just like always one step behind Colin and B6, ready to just like poke them with a guidance.
Poke.
It is what it is, right?
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
And then my aid would be to give B6 advantage.
Someone has to tell B6 what they're looking for. B6 thinks that we're just into long walks on the beach now.
So
This is all a ploy to romance Broseph.
Everything is a ploy to romance Broseph.
So I think and Colin is putting his hood up and just trying, well, maybe not putting his hood up, but is definitely trying not to look conspicuous.
B6
So,
pops the collar on their trench coat.
One moment, I need to do something just for myself. Colin goes very red in the face. So what we're going to be looking for is obviously going to be looking for the rosebud, but good places to hide, and maybe some less watched after things that we could use to get ourselves out there, because I don't think any of us could really swim out that way stealthily and then, function well while soaking wet.
Sheba just shudders. None of that is appealing.
B6, now that you know what you're looking for, are welcome to roll investigation with advantage.
Apparently with advantage and bless.
Oh!
Guidance, not blessed.
Whatever.
Yeah, guidance.
Okay.
Different vibes.
So 17 plus 6 plus 4 is math. Let's see. How does
27.
yeah? How's a 27 lay on? Yeah.
All right. No, I mean, as a robot, you might have some kind of telescopic vision. So you can clearly see a ship in the distance with rosebud painted garishly on the side that, by your calculations, should be coming into port around nightfall. And you can tell that it would weigh anchor somewhere in this area where, as the map would have it, there is a ship. It's not there right now, of course. And there are also other posts where rowboats are tied off. There are additional posts where no boats are tied off, presumably where others can travel. You also see tons of piles of crates with tents, and you suspect that should your party be stealthy enough, that there are plenty of ways to kind of sneak and dodge your way to shoreline, and depending on whether you want to swim or steal a rowboat or any other creative solutions, there should be a few different ways to get over to whatever ship is moored at the bay.
Small, biological.
Keep your voice down, B6. You're being
Right.
quite loud.
Right. What is the name of the vessel we are seeking?
Rosebud.
B6 points very dramatically, but very small. Not huge gesture, but very, very dramatically and weighty nonetheless.
Oh yes, that is a very pretty ship, B6.
That is the ship named Rosebud. Now, I believe if we want to get upon it, we will need a smaller vessel. It will not come all the way inland. The water is not nearly deep enough.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest we take one of those.
Yeah, that does look like a good idea. Golly, that's gonna be hard to get in and out without being seen.
B6 reaches inside trench coat, pulls out one of the red bullet things.
I could arrange a distraction.
Hmm. Maybe that might work. What do you guys think?
Well, we can see what we're dealing with when we get a little closer to the time that we need to do this. Or we could figure out some other plans. And she's gonna look right at B6. How is that breathing underwater potion coming along?
B6 holds out a small vial that looks like it's filled with black tar.
You are welcome to test it out anytime.
Maybe when we get back to town, we don't want to make a scene here.
Now, it does require a petal off of a flower I found in my room that will only bloom once a day.
So you probably couldn't make enough for all of us.
I don't recall that you appreciate being wet, feline.
No. I would prefer to not be wet ever at all.
So even if I were able to give you the option of inhaling oxygen underneath the water, you would not appreciate that being the plan.
No. But I don't want to be the only one in a boat, you know? I feel like wherever we go, we should all go together.
Water rusts my joints. I too would prefer to remain above it.
Okay, then a rowboat it is. We'll just have to be careful.
Get real lucky with stealth rolls, because I don't
B6
know
is
about
always
you.
careful.
I'm a cleric in medium armor. I'm not
B6
stealthy
squeaks
at
when
all.
he walks. So are we gonna just hang out and wait for night to fall, or are we gonna head back to town?
I mean, I feel like narratively we probably head back to town just so that we're not like lurking on these docks for like 8 hours.
Yeah, I
But
think that's
I
kind of
mean,
suspicious.
I personally would love to see what would happen if you hung around the southern dock all day.
Oh, it'd be great. We'd be pirates by the end of the day.
I mean, one of us is already halfway there.
I think the wise decision would be to head back to town and make sure our effects are in order so that
B6
we're not
pets the
going
lemur.
into this. Well, we do
Animal
have to drop the
handling.
lemur off.
we do have to drop the lemur off.
B6 pets the
Ladies and
lemur
gentlemen, responsible
defensively.
pet ownership here.
You could take your pet to the shady part of town so long as you take it home afterwards.
So long
You
as
said
you don't take
you
it. So long
said
as you
you
don't
pet the
take it on
lemur?
the pirate ship.
Yes, B6 is petting the lemur.
full animal handling.
Yes, I do that. I handle animals. So yeah, that's a 9.
It didn't like that, and it starts to scurry.
going.
I try to lure it back in with one of my golden potions.
Persuade.
You keep having me roll these things that B6 is really good at. So that is a -1.
Spectacular.
Lemur comes back, takes the potion, throws it at you, and scurries faster.
And now I have guidance, apparently.
Suri's gonna pull some food from her pack and offer it to the lemur to try to get it to stay put and stay nearby.
Ah, nutrition. That's the secret ingredient.
Oh, persuasion.
Excellent. That would be a 22.
Soon as you put your hand out, the lemur turns its head at you, switches its tail, and runs up, scurries up your leg, takes the food,
I think you
puts on
mean
your.
me.
Yeah, it's on Colin right
Where
now.
are you?
Wrong Jupiter
Your
sibling.
Your tokens look
Like, I know
really
they look
similar from
similar,
far
but-
away. So it scurries up your shoulder and just sits there petting your hair while eating the food.
I will gently pet it back.
Excellent.
Okay, so let's head back so we can get our little friend here somewhere safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Too close.
All right. So you all head back to town. Humor in tow. And are there things you would like to do in town to pass the time? Would you like to aid Star Wars wipe to the end of the evening when Rosebud is presumably docked?
I'm down to Star Wars wipe. I don't know if anyone else has needs.
I think that works for me.
B6 is on board with that plan.
Yeah, unless there's something I can do to raise my armor class with 7 gold pieces. Don't know.
Well, that's why you have a cleric sister around.
Actually, 1 second. Let me check something.
Okay.
Continue, but we're gonna assume this happens this afternoon if I find what I think I'm actually looking for.
Okay. Cool. So, confirming that you are leaving the lemur behind.
Yes, we're leaving the lemur with
Yes.
Susan.
The lemur is not going to commit crimes.
B6
Again?
might have
Okay.
stolen some rations and be leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for the lemur.
Okay.
B6 does
Are
not
you
carry.
trying to hide this from the party?
Not particularly. B6 also does not understand subtlety.
Excellent. Roll animal handling.
To leave a trail of breadcrumbs? That's an 8.
Okay.
Colin would like to get a broom and sweep up a trail of rations.
Sheba would like to confiscate B6's remaining rations.
Why does B6 even have rations?
I did say
You know
steal
what?
rations.
Why do we have that lever?
Colin, describe to me your armor.
Sweep. It is a set of black reinforced leather armor. It is
Okay.
a set of studded leather.
Do you let B6 take a look at it?
Yes, if you ask. Absolutely.
Um,
While also
all-
going sweep, 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 sweep.
This was presumably during the 8 hours of afternoon that we were just hanging out, not when we were heading back down to finish.
Sure.
A rather foul-smelling brown concoction that you hope is made up primarily of soil and ground-up plant fibers is smeared along the inside of your armor. Your AC goes up by 1 because I used the Artificer Infusion Enhanced Defense on your armor.
Okay, so that makes my armor a +1, right?
Mhm.
And then that makes my AC a 15.
There you go. You raised your AC and didn't even have to spend gold.
Thank you, Mr. B6.
Of course, I wouldn't want any harm to come to you. That would absolutely ruin anything I have hoped to build with Rosa.
This delights Surrey.
Good. Anything else before nightfall?
Spreading crumbs, you know.
Being foiled in crumb spreading plans.
Curses, foiled again!
Sweep,
Taking
sweep,
dirt.
sweep.
Taking dirt over any other breadcrumbs to try to cover them up.
Where do they keep getting all this bread?
Breadcrumbs. Just a lot of breadcrumbs. So then we will go ahead and swipey swipe, diagonal fade to evening, where you all are now at the southern dark. It is night. What is your plan?
Guidance, everything.
Yeah. B6, what do your Warforged eyes see?
Nice.
What would you have me look for?
People on guard, mostly. I don't feel like the topography has probably changed much since we were last here.
That is an 18, assuming I'm rolling investigation.
Yes.
That is an 18 without guidance. If someone is guiding B6.
Oh yeah, you can have some guidance.
Yeah.
I mean, B6, you can guide yourself.
That's true.
Looks
True.
through the monocle. So that's a 19.
Fabulous. So you are able to see that the Rosebud has come into port, has dropped their anchor, and has those pirates on guard, has released some of them to shore. You see 2 pirates patrolling the beach. You see 2 in rowboats. And over on the ship, you see 6.
The
Air quotes.
merchants are scattered throughout the beach and ship. There are 6 on board, 2 in boats, and 2 on the sand. How should we proceed?
Are there boats that we would not have to engage anyone to get to?
6, 6 is able to see 2 boats that are empty. On over here.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 birds walking around. There is risk involved.
B6 does relay this.
Well, if we can get close to the shore, maybe I can figure out if the crate we're after is even on the ship.
That's a good point.
Can you
I don't think it would.
see through the walls of the hall?
Locate object.
Doesn't locate object have a 1,000-foot
Oh, that's
radius?
true. That's true. I was looking at find traps because I'm. That is true. I could do that right now. Can I use find? Can I use locate object?
Does locate object mean that you have to like know what it is you're looking for?
Hello? Is it
Oh,
me you're
it's.
looking for?
Oh, you have to have seen it up close. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm incorrect.
Okay.
Colin would like to reach out for his sister's hand
Mhm.
and then put his hood up and attempt to stealthily find his way down the beach and make some cover spots for his friends to hide behind.
Okay.
So everyone can kind of stealthily get further down the beach towards the empty boats, hopefully without being spotted.
So then first, make a stealth.
I hear so many dice being rolled.
So many perception
Mhm.
checks.
Oh dear.
Alrighty then. You feel well concealed, and as you are sneaking along, um, what? or Describe to me how you are trying to get this cover for your friends.
So Colin is trying to just like subtly rearrange if he can any kind of like stuff on the beach that might be shifted slightly to be better conceal the view from where people are moving around. If there are extra like barrels or boxes on the beach.
Okay.
Maybe accidentally kicking out any light sources that would be in that path when no one's looking.
Tell you what, roll a survival or investigation. Excellent. So, as you're walking down this beach, um, these crates and barrels and whatnot, they look pretty heavy. But you are able to see like piles of driftwood and bushes that are kind of out of the way of the light. And
Mm-hmm.
so, let's see. Can do this. Okay, here we go. So you can put up roll a d4 for me. Excellent. A 4. You can put up 4 places of cover between where you are currently located and the boat.
Okay.
Where'd you like them?
So I'd like the first piece of cover to go here.
Okay.
Um, second one to go over here, kind of. And then here.
Mhm.
And finally here.
Roll another d4 for me, please.
That's a 2.
You may douse 2 lights. What 2 lights would you like to douse?
This one and this one.
And ping that second one for me again. Fabulous. So now, party, you have 4 points of cover between yourselves and this fancy little rowboat. Colin has also managed to douse a few lights. Colin, do you go back to the party or do you remain where you have ventured out by the rowboat?
I'm gonna try to stay out by the rowboat.
Okay.
And also,
B6
I will
proceeds
have-
to sneak down the beach.
I will also have the DM set where I am. But Colin is going to hide out by the boat.
Then okay. 6, you're going first.
I mean, sure.
Fabulous. Okay. Then between this rock and this one, please roll stealth with advantage.
I guess I will be rolling it normally because I generally have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I did manage
Excellent.
to roll a 17 though.
Okay. Great. You make it to this second rock. And is the party going one at a time, all at once? How are you guys traversing this beach?
Clamor.
I'm feeling like it's like a checkpoint thing. Like once like B6 makes it to the third one, I'll go to the second one.
Oh,
We don't want to load. We do want to load the bases. That's what we want.
Right.
want to load the bases.
Load the bases.
I said what I said.
6.
Hmm?
Then, if you would like to, you're welcome to try to make it to the next point of cover, rolling normally. You also don't have to use the points of cover. You can just walk. Just putting that out there.
I might have rolled a 5.
Okay. And you are welcome. And you're at the third rock, so Sheba, does that mean that you would like to?
I would like to shoot for the second rock. Yes.
Bang! Done.
Sheba doesn't have guns.
Yes.
God, can you imagine?
Okay.
Gunslinger Sheba.
You may try to get to the second rock with advantage.
Which is also just a straight roll for me because normally I have disadvantage. I love
Do you-
clerics.
Do you
Chunky
sneak
armor.
too?
So I imagine, since Sheba is a cat and is very light on her feet, I rolled a 19, by the way. Visually very loud armor. It is like bright purple and pink. So like if it gets caught in any direct lighting, it's very obvious. But for now, little black cat sneaking through the beach without a care in the world.
Fabulous.
So what the party's thief has discovered is that he needs to find someone who treats everyone the medium armor master feat.
So I suppose Suri will now try to get behind this first point of cover.
Yes, that does not require a roll.
Excellent.
On deck.
All right, so D6, are you going towards the final rock?
I mean, yeah.
Alrighty. Then roll without your disadvantage.
16.
Excellent. You feel And Sheba, what would you like to do?
I would like to go to the next hiding spot
Please
with
roll
a 12.
with the 12? Okay. And Suri,
Move into the
Hi.
next rock.
and please do so with advantage on your stealth.
A 13.
Oh. This pirate yells out, "Hey, did you hear that?" And they are going to come investigate this area. Get about this close to you.
Man, sure wish I'd taken thaumaturgy so I could throw my voice. I don't have it.
How choppy is the sea right now?
It's pretty calm. The waves are just lapping.
I'd like to throw a dart to the into the water.
Roll an attack. Attack that water.
Okay. I'm just kind of making it land, if I can, somewhere kind of over here.
Okay.
Closer to over here.
Okay. 13. Yeah, that you managed to throw it over here. Roll damage.
Roll damage on the
Don't-
water.
Don't break the ocean.
Don't break the ocean. Okay.
I deal. Well, do I get sneak attack on the ocean since it doesn't know I'm attacking it?
No, just making sure that was loud enough to get a good ping. So,
Broseph is gonna be so upset with Colin.
you hurt the ocean?
Bro,
How dare you?
bro, you attacked the ocean? Like, what did the ocean do to you, bro?
My little dude.
So this pirate turns his neck and just in time to kind of like see the residual splash. He goes, "Ah, it's another fish.
So those darn
Good.
seagulls.
Darn seagulls.
Seagulls.
Must
stop
be
it
pretty
now.
spooked tonight, huh? Look, let's just get this job done and over with. I don't like it any more than you do. This contract work. It's what we do. Yes, I know. Just keep walking. 6, what you up to? You you have made it to the boat. Amazingly.
In boat like good little robot. complete with spider, and sadly missing lemur.
Mike?
Aw.
Mike?
Aw.
Mike?
Sheba, what are you up to?
I rolled a 22 to make it to the next one.
Whoop.
There's a tabaxi roll.
Listen, even with disadvantage, I have a +4 to stealth, so...
I have very good
Excellent.
news.
What is your good news, sir?
I rolled a 17.
That
Yeah,
is
baby.
wonderful. Please proceed to this rock. Please.
Also, doesn't everyone have guidance?
Adjusts monocle and then proceeds to squeak down the beach.
It's nighttime. Apollo can't help me now.
Apollo's
Just
like, nah,
imagining
you're on your
everyone,
own.
I'm just imagining everyone like praying, like, please don't let them see me, please don't let me see me, please don't let me see me, and then they go.
Excellent. And Sheba, if you would like to make it to the boat, there's no more required roll.
Oh, dope. Yes, I will gladly climb in the boat, trying so very hard not to get any part of me wet.
Wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble.
Excellent. Suri, there is one more checkpoint for you to make with
Yes.
advantage, as there is a douse to light.
Oh, excellent. That is still a 17.
Most excellent. You are able to make it to that cover spot and to the boat. It is a tight fit, but somehow you're all in the rowboat.
We're
We make it
cuddly, it's
work.
fine. It's not like there's a spider on here tickling people.
You are, in fact, the Cuddle Vagabonds.
Roll credits.
Ah, so this is an important question. Who's driving?
I was just wondering that, because do any of us know how to use a boat?
Oh,
For boat?
Roll for boat!
I mean, it would. What kind of check would it be for a rowboat? Would it be a?
I will not tell you until you tell me who is driving the boat.
V6 is grabbing the oars because, in their mind, they have the best chance of getting the correct mechanical consistent angles to provide propulsion to this vehicle, but they have absolutely no idea what they're doing.
I mean, they're probably right. That's probably a good idea.
That's a fair assumption.
That's a fair assessment. Yes.
Excellent. Then B6, please roll survival.
Sure. Well, we're off to a good start. That's a 17 on the die.
Good.
Now, how is my survival going to absolutely ruin this? Okay, it's only -1. So, 16.
Okay. Where are you wanting to steer this boat?
V6 isn't steering.
Who's guiding where this boat is going?
Is there a tiller?
Is there an area on the ship that we can see where we would be able to get up without?
Rudder!
Well, B6, from his previous excellent perception, has identified that there are pirates basically covering the entire ship. But if you had to guess at an area that perhaps is not as heavily watched, is look at this area over here, this back of the ship.
I will suggest that we head that way.
Who's driving the ship? Boat.
You are.
Dinghy.
Right. Is there, like, anything that changes direction, or do we just have to rely on B6 learning how oars work?
I think it's
There's just some oars.
it's just oars.
Colin is readying his bow to return fire if anyone spots them and engages hostilities.
Hmm.
Is there a way to climb up the back of the ship?
Arriving at the back of the ship, you see a couple of ladders going down the ship where presumably people regularly climb up and down the ship.
Excellent. Let's tie the rowboat off to the bottom of this ladder and head up.
Alright.
Can
For
B6
anyone
roll
climbing
history
up-
to see if they know any good knots?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm rolling history.
B6 is rolling history.
Okay.
And how does a 22 sit on you?
You've memorized the sailor's manual.
Of course. I mechanically and almost absentmindedly tie off the rowboat.
Excellent. For anyone climbing the ladder, give me an athletics check.
Oh, joy.
Ooh. Okay. Straight 10.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say acrobatics or athletics? This is very important.
Athletics.
Okay.
So that's a
16.
5.
Okay. What about Colin?
16.
You said athletics,
Yes.
not acrobatics.
Correct.
No, that's not bad. 13.
Okay. Sheba and E6. These make dexterity saving throws.
The two plate wearers, is that what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
9.
Dexterity saving throw?
Uh-huh.
8.
Cool. So, Suri and Colin, as you all climb up these ladders, you hear splashes as both B6 and Sheba slip on these slimy wooden ladders and fall into the water.
How deep is the water?
Deep.
Deep? Okay.
Like 50 feet.
Cool. B6 is sinking. B6 is made of metal.
Sheba is trying to swim or to grab the boat, whichever is easier.
Oh, no.
The good news is B6 doesn't have to breathe.
Make an athletics or make an athletics check, Sheba, and just let me know whether you're trying to grab onto the ship or swim in the water.
I think I'm gonna grab onto the ship because that's a 21.
Okay, excellent. Your paw grabs around the bottom rung of the ladder, and you are still in the water, but you are secure.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Suri's
I'm
gonna
just
go-
singing along with the Jamaican crab. It's fine.
Suri's gonna try to dive in and help B6.
Before Suri can do that, Colin's gonna try to hand her 2 ends of his rope that he has quickly loosed from his backpack and like fed through the rungs of the ladder and handed to her so that B6 has something to pull himself up with.
Okay.
She will take that and then dive in.
Dive. Give
Then-
me an athletics check, Suri.
How does a 16 sound?
The 16 sounds like you are swimming down towards your metallic friend, and you are able to reach him.
I will-
B6, for their part, is just looking around curiously. Unconcerned.
If I were to pass the ends of the rope to B6, would he take them?
Yes.
Okay. That's the plan, and then I'm gonna give a really swift tug on the rope so that Colin knows that we are okay down here.
B6 holds up the jet black tar-like potion to you.
Sure, why not? I'll try it.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
This is actually a spell.
Or okay. Thank goodness.
You're welcome.
Tell us what the spell does.
So, as an alchemist, once per day, I can make a potion. And I roll to see what that potion does when I make it. I rolled it as we were doing our pre-game preamble today. The potion will allow the Imbibber to cast Alter Self on themselves. There are options. When you drink it, you can either go for Aquatic Adaptation, where you adapt your body to an aquatic environment, sprouting gills and growing webbing between your fingers. You can breathe underwater and gain a swim speed equal to your walking speed. Or you can change appearance, where you can look like literally anyone. Or you can gain natural weapons, which are claws, fangs, spines, horns, and the like, and you can do damage with them and be proficient with them. You can do one of these things. In the context, B6 would recommend the aquatic adaptation.
Yeah,
It lasts for 10
plan.
minutes.
Good plan.
Yes.
So, yes, that. But she's going to try to make sure that B6 makes it to the ship safely. And breathing underwater will very much help with that.
I just want to know how you
with-
drink a potion underwater. This is my new question.
You pinch your nose and you drink. You can still swallow underwater. That's how you,
Suck it out of the bottle. Get a little seawater in there for flavor.
it's fine.
Extra salty.
You might have a stomach ache later, but at least you're not at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes, that would be preferable. All right, so B6,
Yes.
I would like for you to make an athletics check to climb the rope. Assuming that you are climbing, unless your friends are effectively pulling you.
I don't know. B6 is kind of heavy. Was that an athletics check you said?
Yes, unless you're
Whoa.
doing it fancy, and then it can be acrobatics.
That is a 19 on the die, so that is a 17.
Okay, you are able to climb the rope and resurface.
Gasps dramatically for air when reaching the surface. For no
Even
reason.
though you don't breathe?
Yes.
Sheba giving extreme
Just for
side eye
show.
with all the airplane ears.
Extreme side-eye and
Just for
extreme
show.
prejudice.
So I can still breathe above water, right? Or do I have to wait for these gills to go away?
At will, you can change between the 3 modifications.
Excellent. Back to normal it is.
I mean,
Are
you
you
could,
okay?
grow fangs that deal 1d6 damage if you want.
I think I'm okay.
And if I
Are you
remember
okay?
correctly, they're +1 weapons.
They are. And you're proficient with them.
So, right now, You all are crowded onto the ladders of this ship.
Mhm.
What do you do now?
Colin would like to sneakily climb up and get on the deck.
Roll stealth.
B6 muttering, the seaweed is always green.
You think
For
you're
anyone who
being very
can't read the
stealthy.
numbers on the screen, Colin just critically failed their stealth check.
It was still an 8.
You are able to glance up over the edge of the ship,
Mhm.
and everything looks quiet.
It's too quiet.
Do I see anybody?
Oh, yeah. You see the deck is relatively flat. This platform is raised, so you have
Mhm.
a fairly good view. You see one pirate on the same level as you, and then downwards you are able to see the remaining 5 pirates.
Is anybody looking my way?
There are 3 that look like they could see you out of the corner of their eye, but nobody is looking directly.
Hold my action with my short bow to fire on anyone who makes a. I'm upside down. Oh, I can fix that myself.
You
Oh.
can, like you can fix that.
I did not know I had that kind of control over my token.
Yes. Here,
Okay.
I will fix people.
Oh, thank
Here
you.
you go. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
So I'm going to try to climb up the ship again.
Are you being sneaky about it?
Hopefully.
Roll stealth.
That would be a 19.
You feel very sneaky.
Excellent.
B6 and Sheba, what are you all up to?
I'm also gonna try to climb this ladder because I don't want to be in the water anymore. I don't think she's trying to be terribly stealthy about it. Like, not making as much, like, not trying to make noise, but definitely not trying to not make noise.
Okay. Then yes, you climb up the ladder.
Yeah, B6 is gonna climb the ladder. It's what everyone
Trying
else
to
is
be
doing.
sneaky. Yeah.
No.
Are you still singing?
No. And
Noted.
honestly, it's B6. I don't think you could properly call it singing.
Melodying.
If you've ever played any game on a classic Game Boy and listened to the music on it, that's about what it sounded like.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. That is good to know.
Release the spider.
So, release the spider?
I don't know. Sounded like the right thing to do.
Okay, you release the spider. What's the spider doing?
Chilling.
Just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
What's this dude doing?
Walking up to you.
Oh, dear.
And he folds his arms, looks at you all, and says, "What are you doing on my ship?"
I mean, Colin has a bow trained on him.
I think the important question is, what are you doing on your ship?
I don't. I.
I cast Grease.
What does grease do?
Grease makes a 10-foot square, slick surface. I am casting it here with the not subtle intention to cause both of these people to slip off this boat.
Do they need to make any kind of saving
Yes, they
throw?
get a dexterity saving throw, or they fall prone and slide around.
What's the DC to beat?
The DC to beat is 14.
Okay. Well, the captain beat it, but this guy does not. And so he slides off into the ocean.
Y'all remember toy soldiers? Or small
Yeah.
soldiers?
Yeah.
What are you packing? Packing? Packing you. That is what just happened.
The
V6 is
captain-
very proud of themselves.
The captain looks over at his crew in the water and looks back at you all and says, "Oh."
It
was a
persists for a full minute,
mistake."
and every round they have to make another check. I want to point that out.
Okay, well, that will be your responsibility to remember that. As before we roll initiative, that is where we will break.
Could you put something on the ground to indicate the grease?
You're gonna make me do work?
I mean, I can just write it on here freehand.
I mean,
Or draw shape. I can draw shape. I got this. I got this. I got it. It's fine.
Wait, what color do you want your grease? I'm giving you a
I
hard
got it.
time.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you're so kind.
I try. Boom. There you go.
Okay.
Oh God! Blinding.
Isn't it 10 feet?
I'm like that.
That's 15 feet.
Oh, that is 15 feet. Dang it.
I'm like that looks a little large for that grease.
Is the grease lime green?
Yes.
It's important that I know this.
That's impressive. Impressive grease. Okay. Excellent. Well, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's episode, and that is all. And I hope I hope you tune in next week for our adventure, The Best of Friends. It's going to be another class focus. This one on our druid. You will hopefully see this episode up soon on our YouTube, and you'll be able to find links on how to connect with us more in the description. And you will keep seeing these Cuddle Vagabonds around. We hope you enjoyed it. So, wash your hands, be safe, wear a mask. We love y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.
Stay stealthy.
Don't get
I'll be
murdered.
out like this.
Stay stealthy.